This family's pushing pushchairs, like big smiles on their faces, like, wow, what's going on? Hello, welcome Swaddy Cub. My name is Rob and behind me is Sukhumvit, the exciting chaos of convenience. And in today's video, I'm going to give you 7 reasons why you should be staying here and 3 reasons why not. So stay tuned for that towards the end. So for the vast majority of people that I know, I've met, spoken to online, they usually stay in either the Sukhumvit area or the Old Town area, sort of near Khaosan Road, where it's a little bit more cultural. Well, I'm going to cover that in a future video as well, just so you can get a comparison between Sukhumvit and the Old Town Khaosan Road. So just down here is the Soi BTS station, and the actual BTS runs along the Sukhumvit Road itself up towards Nana station, which is down here somewhere. All of the Sois, which, well, stands for street, spur off of this main road on either side. You've got all the odd numbers on this side and the even numbers on this side. So hopefully that makes some kind of sense throughout this video. I'll also be adding as much information as I can about all of the Sois, places to go, recommendations and stuff in the description below. So if you've got any recommendations, I'll just keep adding it to the description below. So comment below and let me know your thoughts on where the best places to go here are in Sukhumvit. Let's crack on with the video. I'm here at the Soi interchange to kickstart number 1, and the main reason why I actually live right here in the heart of Soi, and that's for the transportation links. Over my shoulder is the entrance to both the MRT and the BTS. And obviously, well, the lifeline that is Sukhumvit Road itself is the most convenient place to stay in the city for you to just move around freely without getting stuck in all of that Bangkok traffic. But at the same time, this BTS in the evenings at around 5-6 o'clock is absolutely rammed lately. And if you don't have a rabbit card, well, you can be stuck in the queues for quite some time. So keep that in mind. I'm going to be covering the rabbit card in a future video, so stay tuned for that as well. But that's number 1, the transportation links here in Bangkok. And number 2 on the list is abundance of accommodation, whether it's hotels, hostels, Airbnbs, service staff apartments, suites. Oh, the list goes on and on. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of hotels in the city, just even in this area alone. People ask me all the time, what's the best hotel in Bangkok? Man, I wish I even knew where to start, and I'm not going to pretend I know or give you this top 5 list of random things that I found on a Google search. I can only tell you about the places that I've stayed. Now, I've stayed here at the Continent, has an amazing view of the city above sort of level 20, 25, and they've got a really nice rooftop bar as well. I'll probably recommend the Sofitel and Hyatt for rooftop bars and sort of clubs as well, but they've got a different vibe, and I'll cover that in a future video as well. Don't get too hung up on the hotels here in Bangkok. For the most part, you're going to be out exploring, hopefully following one of my other videos about where to go, and just honestly, don't worry about the accommodation so much, just concentrate on what you're going to do in your time here. So it's worth keeping in mind the proximity between your hotel and, well, the main Sukhumvit Road, because it can make or break sort of staying in a certain location, and it can become a bit of a drag when you're trying to make your way to the main transport links. Although some of these places do have shuttle bus services, not all of them, so keep that in mind. So number 3 is going to be the nightlife, and well, this is Soi Cowboy, and during the day it's just full of food and just general tourists walking around. You look at some of these bars and you'd actually think, well, they're shut down, but you come back down at night and all the neon lights are on, and well, it's just an amazing time. There's honestly hundreds, if not thousands of people that come through here every single night. Now, Sukhumvit is split up into different Sois, like I said, and there's so many different areas to come to. Some people come here just to do people watching, and I'd highly recommend going to the Oasis bar just to have a drink and sort of look around, and there's no girls there either, and you can get a Chang beer, a pint draft for 100 baht, so it really is a good deal. But for the most part, plenty of women too. You can pick up plenty of women too. There you go, you've heard it from the horse's mouth. That's what the other bars here are for, so I was just about to get onto that. All of the other bars here are Gogo bars, so this is not for everyone. If you want to just have a normal beer, you can go down to Soi 11. There's plenty of sort of like outside bars, and there's also a few clubs down there as well. Or you can go further down to Soi 4, and again, there's sort of like a mixture of all sorts of different bars. It's good for, well, families, I suppose. But yeah, check out each and every Soi and just see what suits you. So I'm just down here at the end of Soi 11, which kind of has like a bunch of beer bars. There's a few nightclubs like Sugar Club, Levels, and well, behind me is Insanity. This used to be one of the best nightclubs in Bangkok, and it's finally getting a refit. Everything is slowly bouncing back. So yeah, this is Soi 11. So I'm just here on Soi 13, and they've got a wicked selection of sports bars, restaurants, a few massage places, and just places that you can chill out a little bit more. It's not as chaotic as some of the stuff that's on the main road. It's slightly set back. It's literally a 2-minute walk, if that, but it's definitely worth checking out. And number 4 is the parks. This is only a 5-10 minute walk from the Sok interchange. And well, look at it. You don't feel like you're in Bangkok, although you can see it way in the distance with the skyscrapers. It's absolutely amazing. This is Central Forest. You've got Benjikiti Park on one side and then Lumpini on the other. And all three are actually linked by what's called the Green Mile. I've done a video on it in the past, so check that one out. But yeah, the parks here in Bangkok are absolutely amazing. And the Sukhumvit Sok area is the best place to stay if you want to check them out. And just get away from sort of the hustle and bustle for a little bit and just chill. I love how instead of cutting the tree down to make room for the fence, they've just cut the fence instead and adapted it. Fair play to them. And this is the Green Mile that I was talking about. And they've recently opened the entrance to Central Forest, so you can now access all 3 parks just from this Green Mile. Unfortunately, it's not all glitz and glamour, guys. The reality is this is getting worse and worse. Leave the man in peace. It's yeah, not nice to see, unfortunately. Oh, and just to mention the laws of physics here in Bangkok, they're completely different. And that's not falling over, by the way. It's not even touching the bridge. It's been like that for, well, since I've been here, coming up to a year now. Mysterious. And number 5 is shopping malls, whether it's Emporium, MBK, Terminal 21, Siam Discovery. Oh man, it goes on and on. There are 30+ shopping malls here in Bangkok, and a lot of them are located here in Sukhumvit. So shop till you drop. Doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl, trust me, you'll find everything here. How on earth is she doing that? That looks painful. Hey look, they're bringing IKEA to Sukhumvit. That's the only reason you need. Well, it might not be glamorous, but it's definitely serving a purpose, I think. I'm not too sure. Only in Bangkok, right? So number 6 is what Thailand is famous for, and that's having endless restaurants, endless food places to eat. This shopping mall alone has 50 restaurants just in one place. And well, this one has even got flying pigs on the ceiling. And just behind me is Koreatown. At night, this is usually really packed. They've actually got a snooker hall and a nightclub here and all sorts. But the food here is absolutely spot on. It doesn't matter whether you're on a date, out with the lads, or even on your own. This place is definitely worth checking out. And number 7 is going to be the skyline. Whether you're at a rooftop bar, whether you're on top of your condo or the terrace here, on top of a shopping centre. You can't help but marvel at the skyscrapers here in the city. And when you're down on the ground, you get shade from the sun all day as well. So it's kind of different to Khaosan Road. Honestly, it's just chalk and cheese between Khaosan and Sukhumvit. So that was all the good, but what about the bad? Because, well, it's not all sunshine and rainbows here in Sukhumvit. It's not in any part of Bangkok come to that. So, well, let's talk about number 1. And that's, it's expensive. It is. Sukhumvit can be an expensive place to stay. Not only the hotels, but the Western prices on the food, going out in the clubs, the beers are twice as much here as they are in Pattaya. So on to number 2, and with convenience comes chaos. Well, this is a quiet time of day here at the interchange, and look at it. For some people, this is way too much. Others embrace it, just enjoy it, and they just go with the flow. Maybe they're from big cities, but the noise, the fumes, everything can be too much for some people. Over on the old town side of Bangkok, where Khaosan Road is, it is way more chill. So if you're not a fan of the noise, then maybe Sukhumvit is not for you. So last but not least, it's that Sukhumvit is a red light area.
it's not in your face, and some people will actually come here just for that, and most people embrace it. I've been down Soi Cowboy, just people watching, and there's families pushing push chairs, like big smiles on their faces, like, wow, what's going on? It's all part of the experience here in Bangkok. You don't have to get involved unless that's what you want to do, each to their own. But yeah, that can be a deal breaker for some people, and maybe you might consider going to the old town side of Bangkok instead. Alright guys, so that was a little snippet into the life here in Sukhumvit. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If you've got any suggestions, leave them down below again. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.